Hey Dodgers fans, let's take a deep dive into the extraordinary run that the Los Angeles Dodgers have put together in 2025, a season that will be remembered for the resilience, the determination, and the sheer willpower of every single player on the roster. From the very first pitch of the postseason to the dramatic final out in Game 7 of the World Series, this team has exemplified what it truly means to fight until the very end. There were moments when they found themselves down, both in the scoreboard and in momentum, facing opponents who seemed ready to claim victory, yet they refused to yield, refused to blink, and refused to surrender to the pressure. That refusal, that grit, is what defined the 2025 Dodgers and ultimately carried them to back-to-back championships, a feat that has not been accomplished by a National League team in half a century and had only been seen among the Yankees over 100 years ago. The historical significance of this cannot be overstated, but beyond the records and accolades, the story of this team is a lesson in resilience and the importance of every single member contributing to the collective goal. When you watch the Dodgers, you see superstars like Shohei Ohtani, whose talent is almost otherworldly, or Mookie Betts, a four-time World Series champion, and Freddie Freeman, a multiple-time MVP and World Series winner. Yet, while those stars shine brightly and grab the headlines, is the grind of the everyday players, the ones who might not carry a five-star label or massive contracts, who consistently make the difference in critical moments. Miguel Rojas is a perfect example. He is not a marquee name, not a flashy superstar, but his consistency, intelligence, and timely contributions during this postseason were invaluable. Likewise, players like Will Smith, who the Dodgers developed from the draft, stepped up when the team needed them most, delivering key hits that kept the momentum alive and demonstrated that winning is always a team effort, not just a story of individual talent. The World Series itself was a masterclass in perseverance. The Dodgers faced situations where they were truly against the wall multiple times, yet they consistently executed on defense, on offense, and on the mound. Every player, from the starters to those barely seeing action during the regular season, had a role to play. Justin Dean's knowledge of the ground rules, allowing him to handle a tricky play perfectly, and Andy Paz's jaw-dropping catch in a pivotal moment, highlight how preparation and awareness can change the outcome of a game. These moments, seemingly small or lucky to an outsider, were the culmination of experience, training, and an unwavering focus on doing the right thing in the moment. The team's ability to seize these opportunities reflects not luck in the conventional sense, but the results of preparation meeting opportunity. Every relay throw, every strategic base running decision, every defensive adjustment contributed to a victory that was as much mental as it was physical. Even players who joined mid-season, like Kike Hernandez, found their groove at precisely the right moment. Hernandez, who came over from Seattle after a stint with Toronto, faced uncertainty regarding his role and opportunities, yet he arrived with a mindset to contribute to a championship run, and he did just that. This season has proven that the Dodgers' strength does not solely rely on their stars, but also on the depth and cohesion of the entire roster. Every single man on the active roster, and even those on the extended 40-man roster, played a crucial part in ensuring the team was ready to capitalize on every chance and overcome every challenge. The pitching staff, of course, delivered performances that will be remembered for generations. Yoshinori Yamamoto, the ace from Japan, demonstrated the kind of stamina, poise, and competitive spirit rarely seen in modern baseball. After throwing nearly a complete game in an earlier contest, he returned on 0 days of rest to pitch in a decisive Game 7, delivering an unforgettable performance that helped secure the championship. This level of durability and clutch execution is reminiscent of some of the greatest names in Dodgers history, from Sandy Koufax to Fernando Valenzuela, and now Yamamoto has earned his place among those legends. Alongside him, other pitchers contributed in ways that went beyond the box score, whether it was managing innings strategically, closing out tight situations, or simply keeping the team in the fight during tense moments. Every pitch, every decision, every ounce of effort mattered, and together they created the framework for a historic title run. Offensively, the Dodgers showed the importance of small, strategic plays that often make the difference in postseason baseball. Home runs and highlight reel moments certainly drew attention, but it was the execution of situational baseball, from throwing to the right base at the perfect moment to advancing runners with precision, that allowed the Dodgers to capitalize on opportunities and avoid critical mistakes. Even when the team faced challenges or scoring droughts, they never panicked. They stayed disciplined, stuck to the fundamentals, and relied on their preparation and experience to navigate the toughest situations. It is a testament to the coaching staff, particularly Dave Roberts, who managed the roster brilliantly, adjusting lineups and making strategic decisions to maximize the team's strengths at every moment. Every substitution, every defensive alignment, every pitching change was meticulously planned to put the Dodgers in a position to win, and the results speak for themselves. Even the less glamorous, behind-the-scenes aspects of the postseason played a role in the team's success. Players who were not in the starting lineup participated in simulated games, worked on fundamentals, and practiced relentlessly to ensure they were ready when called upon. This level of preparation and dedication underscores the idea that championships are not won by a handful of stars, but by a complete, committed organization. When the Dodgers were finally pushed to the limit, including an 18-inning marathon and a Game 7 where every play counted, the team executed at a high level, demonstrating both their physical skill and mental toughness. Every player, whether an all-star or a role player, showed up in a way that defined this season and made the 2025 Dodgers a team for the ages. From the dramatic defensive plays to the clutch hitting, from strategic base running to pitching performances that bordered on miraculous, the Dodgers displayed a level of consistency, focus, and resilience that truly sets champions apart. Every aspect of their game, every detail of preparation, and every ounce of effort combined to create a postseason story that will be remembered as one of the great runs in Major League Baseball history. This was a team that embraced challenges, thrived under pressure, and delivered when it mattered most, proving that success in baseball is never just about talent alone, but about teamwork, preparation, and an unyielding commitment to doing the little things right. The 2025 Los Angeles Dodgers were not just a team of stars. They were a machine built on grit, intelligence, and relentless effort, and their back-to-back World Series titles stand as a testament to everything that makes baseball the ultimate team sport. As we continue to break down the remarkable journey of the 2025 Dodgers, it becomes clear that this team's identity is built on versatility, preparation, and an unrelenting commitment to the details that define championship baseball. Every player who took the field, every pitcher who warmed up in the bullpen, every coach offering guidance from the dugout contributed to moments that, to an outsider, may have seemed small, even inconsequential, yet collectively they shaped the outcome of the World Series. The postseason is rarely decided by sheer power alone. It is decided in the split-second decisions, the precise throws, the perfectly timed swings, and a situational awareness that allows a team to seize opportunities that others might miss. The Dodgers understood this instinctively, executing at a level that speaks to both their talent and their preparation, and the result was a championship that felt earned in every possible sense. One of the defining narratives of this postseason was the way the Dodgers utilized every member of their roster. Players like Justin Dean, who might not be considered regular starters, stepped into the spotlight when it mattered most, demonstrating intelligence, discipline, and poise under pressure. Dean's ability to understand the ground rules and make split-second decisions on balls in tricky spots exemplifies the kind of baseball IQ that turns ordinary moments into game-changing plays. Similarly, Kike Hernandez and Miguel Rojas contributed in ways that transcended statistics, showing that even players who are not household names can have an enormous impact when the stakes are at their highest. Every relay throw, every defensive adjustment, every pitch executed with precision contributed to victories that, on paper, might have appeared straightforward, but in reality were the culmination of countless practiced and perfected details. The pitching staff, led by the legendary Yoshinori Yamamoto, set a standard that few teams in baseball history have ever achieved. Yamamoto's resilience, stamina, and ability to perform under extreme pressure became the backbone of the Dodgers' success. He carried the team through critical games, demonstrating an uncanny ability to pitch deep into contests and consistently deliver when the stakes were highest. After throwing nearly a complete game in one outing, he returned on 0 days of rest to deliver nearly 3 more innings in the most critical moments of Game 7. That performance, combining skill, strategy, and courage, will be remembered as one of the defining pitching displays in Dodgers history. Alongside him, other pitchers executed their roles perfectly, whether it was maintaining composure during high-pressure innings, keeping runners off base, or delivering pitches that allowed the offense to thrive. The synergy between the mound and the field created a dynamic where each player's contribution amplified the others, resulting in a team that was far greater than the sum of its parts. Offensively, the Dodgers showed mastery over both big moments and the subtle, tactical plays that often decide postseason games. Home runs, clutch hits, and spectacular plays captured attention and headlines. But the Real story lies in the execution of fundamental baseball at critical times. Will Smith's timely home runs, Rojas' precise throws, and every player making the right decisions in base running and defensive positioning demonstrated an understanding that winning requires more than just raw talent. It requires situational intelligence, preparation, and flawless execution. The Dodgers did not rely solely on the extraordinary abilities of their stars. Instead, they combined individual excellence with a collective understanding of the game, ensuring that the right play was made at the right moment. Every time it counted. The result was a series of games where the team thrived in pressure situations, even when facing formidable opponents who were equally talented and motivated. This championship run also highlighted the importance of adaptability. The Dodgers faced moments that demanded flexibility, whether it was adjusting the lineup, rotating pitchers, or positioning fielders in unconventional ways. Dave Roberts' management was instrumental in orchestrating these adjustments, demonstrating a deep understanding of the nuances of postseason baseball. Every decision, from lineup tweaks to bullpen strategy, reflected a careful balance of data, experience, and intuition, ensuring that the team maximized its chances of success at every juncture. Players like Tommy Edman, who overcame injuries to contribute at crucial moments, demonstrated that the Dodgers' success was not dependent on perfect circumstances, but on the ability to adapt, persevere, and execute regardless of challenges. Throughout this postseason, the Dodgers exemplified the idea that championships are a product of team cohesion, preparation, and mental toughness. They won games not just through offensive firepower or standout pitching performances, but through meticulous execution, calculated risk-taking, and a relentless focus on the small, often overlooked details that make the difference between winning and losing. In moments of tension, whether in extra innings, late-game situations, or critical defensive plays, the team displayed a poise and confidence that comes from experience and preparation. Every individual understood their role, every play was approached with purpose, and every challenge was met with determination. The result was a World Series victory that will be remembered not just for the talent on the roster, but for the collective intelligence, discipline, and resilience that defined this championship team. But before we move forward, don't forget to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest news about the Los Angeles Dodgers. We'd love to hear your thoughts on news, so drop a comment below. Whispers are swirling around Los Angeles as the Dodgers reportedly find themselves in the midst of clubhouse turmoil. Sources suggest that a key starter has been sidelined by manager Dave Roberts following a heated altercation behind closed doors, though official statements remain scarce. The incident, said to have occurred earlier this week, has sparked speculation among fans and analysts alike about the stability of the Dodgers locker room at a critical point in the season. Insiders hint that tensions had been simmering for weeks, with personality clashes and differing approaches to practice routines quietly building beneath the surface. While Roberts has a reputation for keeping his team united, this latest move indicates that even the most seasoned leaders aren't immune to the pressures of managing star-studded lineups. Social media chatter exploded almost immediately after the news leaked, with fan forums and sports podcasts dissecting the potential impact on the Dodgers' rotation and overall morale. Though the identity of the player hasn't been officially confirmed, speculation points toward a high-profile starter whose performance this season has been under the microscope. Analysts are already debating whether this suspension is purely disciplinary or a tactical maneuver, perhaps intended to send a message to the rest of the team about accountability and respect in the clubhouse. Meanwhile, teammates have been tight-lipped, fueling further intrigue and raising questions about internal dynamics. This development comes as the Dodgers navigate a demanding stretch of games against some of the league's toughest opponents. With postseason aspirations looming, the timing of such internal conflict could not be more precarious. Baseball insiders warn that even brief disruptions in leadership and chemistry can ripple outward, affecting performance on the field in subtle yet measurable ways. Fans are watching closely, knowing that the clubhouse atmosphere often proves just as crucial as statistics in determining a team's fate. Whether this shakeup marks the beginning of a short-term pause or something far more consequential remains to be seen. For now, the Dodgers faithful are left to speculate, debate, and brace for the fallout for what may be one of the more explosive episodes of the season. Proof that behind the cheers and the diamond, baseball is as much about personalities and drama as it is about the game itself. That's all for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay up to date with exclusive news about the Los Angeles Dodgers, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We always appreciate your comments and feedback. See you in the next video.